you live in a flood-prone area and you're thinking about developing a flood plan, just do it. Take the time, do it. My name's Gavin Wake. I'm a dairy farmer from Singleton in the Hunter Valley, and I'm the Whitingham Community Flood Plan Coordinator. Together with my father and my wife, we milk 270 brown Swiss cows on 350 acres of Hunter Valley river flats. It's all floodplain. We have no high ground at all. 2007, we had the second biggest flood in living memory. We'd almost gone a full generation without a flood. Nearly 30 years, we were grossly underprepared. We'd had rain the previous day, just went about a normal day on the farm until we had a phone call from a friend upstream who said, "You guys better be prepared, there's a lot of water coming." That was at lunchtime. By 6 o'clock that night, our whole farm was underwater. We had over 200 head of our own cattle, plus numerous other herds of cattle on the flats that needed to be evacuated. It was quite a stressful and scary experience. By not being prepared and not having a flood plan, we gave away hours and hours and hours of preparation time. Post 2007, as a community, we decided that we weren't all that well prepared. So a few landowners, we got together, sat down, decided that we should do something about it. The very first step was reaching out to the SES and the LLS for any advice, what we can do, how we can actually come up with a plan and be able to implement it.
LLS was involved in the establishment of the Whitingham Flood Plan by giving some advice and some support to the community members who kicked off this plan.
The first step in creating a flood plan is to have a community consultation. Get together with local residents and discuss what you're actually requiring and what your hazards and impacts are. From there, I'd be contacting the SES because, as we found with the Whitingham plan in its early development, there was a number of complex issues that needed to be discussed.
The purpose of the flood plan is to ensure that we are as best prepared as we can be when we do face a flood event. We set some trigger points, which gives us a list of actions to be implemented when we get to certain predicted or actual river heights. We have designated safe havens so that you can evacuate your livestock to a safe place in a timely and efficient manner. One of the biggest benefits of the plan is having that information all together. As soon as we get a notification, we don't have to go looking for any information. It's all there, ready to use, and everyone's got a copy of it. How the plan works, the SES will contact me when we have a trigger point. I relay that information to my wife. She will email or text every resident, so everyone gets the same information at the same time.
For us now, we want to be more proactive. So as soon as we get that initial warning, our residents are moving their machinery, they're moving their stock, they're moving horses, goats, alpacas, whatever it might be.
If animals are evacuated, for example, up to Singleton sale yards, we can be of assistance. We can check the animals, we can assist if feed is provided to make sure that they are secure in the pens, and also to assess any injuries that may have occurred.
After we created the plan, it wasn't actually implemented or needed for quite a number of years until 2021, and we used it 6 times in 18 months. The first time we had to use the plan was daunting, but not as daunting as it would have been if we didn't have a plan. Now it's just about second nature to us.
So now that we've got the flood plan in place, it's really important that we keep it relevant, we keep it current and make sure that it's consistent or constantly updated. We often have residents that might relocate into the area or move away. So what I will do is I might do a letterbox drop just to make sure that I've got the correct contact details for that resident.
Our flood plan wouldn't happen if it wasn't for my wife. It is really important to have someone that is passionate about it and has the ability to drive it and maintain it, because at the end of the day, if you don't maintain it, it's just a piece of paper in the drawer.
Having a plan in place is absolutely paramount to minimise the animal welfare concerns that can occur during these sorts of situations.
It gives you an opportunity to make decisions, takes the emotion out of those decisions at the time. It can reduce stress in a very stressful time, help save your animals, and also make a massive improvement to your recovery ability and also reduce impact to your business.
There are additional benefits of having a flood plan in place. We find that it's created a tighter bond within our community. I guess that has a lot to do with the level of trust that's involved.
It needs to be community driven. You can't rely on agencies to implement your plan for you. Sure, get assistance from them, but as a community, you need to drive the plan yourself.
My advice to other communities who are thinking about creating a flood plan is don't leave it until it's too late. Act now and prepare yourself for a coordinated approach to flooding.